Okay, so this is breaking news. Meta just bought Manus AI, and they didn't just buy this AI tool to be cool. They bought it because this thing can do real work by itself. It can click buttons, it can send messages, it can run systems without a human actually being there. I've been doing it since March. Now, this really matters because when big companies control tools like this, money and power move very fast. So right now, there is a short window where regular people like you and me can use this kind of AI to help businesses, small businesses in our area and get paid for helping them. And we're doing this window is very short because new rules and regulations around AI agents are looming in the background. And before they show up, I want to share this information with you. So for example, just the other day, I actually got a $1,000 per month invoice paid from a snorkel company to help them with their AI. And over the last 30 days, this is my Square account. You can see my company here called Manus Marketing. This is a small business where we help businesses in our area with their AI marketing services. And if I filter out by this month, we've already collected $49,000 in revenue from working with small businesses in my area. Now, this is nothing to do with YouTube ad revenue or course creation or any of that kind of stuff. This company, Manus Marketing, is 100% working with small businesses, helping them with their AI marketing. And beyond that, you guys, I have been creating videos about Manus since they released in March. And I've had over 1 million views on my videos, which I believe makes me one of the early adopters to actually make money with this thing. Now, full disclaimer, I'm not saying you can replicate everything I've done without the click of a button. I have a lot of experience with helping businesses and making money online, but I'm sharing you my results to show you what I have done and show you the steps that I have taken. Now, the rest is up to you, and I'm going to be very, very clear with all the things that I'm going to share with you in this video. So I'm going to explain to you what Meta is actually buying from Manus and why, what that really means, and what this type of AI does to get work done. And I'm also going to give you one of my favorite strategies to use AI to make money, get clients, and save time. If you like this topic of how to get clients and run a business like this, I'd like to do something special for you and offer you my 4-part AI fast track training for free. This is a 4-part training where we spend even more time together. I give you some of my best tactics like I'm going to share in this video to get AI subscription-based customers. These are the customers that pay me monthly. I'm also going to give you a 30-day free trial to the best AI tool out there that I use to get clients and run my business. It's totally optional if you want it. So please just be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and not required, but always appreciated. Consider sharing this video with a friend who should get started with this business model, and then just comment below and I'll send you a direct link to the fast track, the software, and the other bonuses that I'll be including in this video. So I don't know how I feel about this. You tell me how you feel about this. I'm kind of shocked that this happened, right? So this is what I have in store for you for this video. We're gonna talk about Meta buying Manus AI. What is Manus AI? Why is it so powerful? And then I asked Manus AI, what's the fastest way to profit using it? Full disclosure, it gave me a method. It told me one of my favorite client getting tactics. I'm going to pull back the curtain and share that with you. And I'm going to show you how to use AI software to automate the entire process. Now, for those of you that don't know, Manus AI is an autonomous AI agent. It first went viral when this video right here. And essentially what you're looking at is Manus AI installation multitasking over 50 different browser screens, social media, logins, and things like that. So it can multitask on many different platforms. And I have some crazy use cases that I've been using it for that I'm going to share with you in this video. And so not just giving you responses to questions like ChatGPT, it can actually, like I said, click buttons, send messages, gather information, use your browser, and things like that. And so Meta just bought Manus AI for $2 billion. And I don't know what you guys think. Like, to me, that doesn't seem like a whole lot of money for something as novel as Manus AI, like the first real autonomous AI agent. But either way, they got it done, right? And so Manus launched March 2025. It hasn't even been around for very long. And the real reason that I believe Meta bought this tool is to skip years of research and development. I've put all this together for you. Manus AI has built real autonomous AI agents. Meta just bought that speed. They are trying to move beyond chatbots. They are trying to break into the AI sector. They have, I don't know what their AI tool is called. It's called Llama. You know why I don't really know? It's because I don't really use it. And I don't think anybody actually really does because it's not very good. So for a behemoth of a business like Meta, aka Facebook, to buy a tool like this and then drop the tech into Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, that's going to be an absolute game changer for them. You know, I see why they did this. They're going to be really competitive in this industry. I have no idea where it's going, but the writing is on the wall with AI agents, okay? Because AI agents are what I believe to be the wave of the future. AI agents bridge mind and action. It doesn't just think, it can deliver results. And the multitasking capabilities that it has is something that you can sell to businesses massively. Okay, they can get a lot of value from this. I use it personally for scraping data. I wanted to take advantage of a tax scenario where, you know, I have real estate and I have 100 receipts in a Google Drive, and I used to pay a bookkeeper to organize those receipts in a spreadsheet so we could organize for tax savings and write-offs at the end of the year. I can just tell Manus AI, here's my Google Drive link, organize all of these receipts. It opens up all the receipts. It scrapes all the data off. It plugs it into the spreadsheet. It saves hours of time doing stuff like that. It researches customers, leads, and competitors. It can take control of my Chrome browser. I actually have it building me a lead list right now in the background that I'm going to share with you in a couple of minutes, where I just logged it into my Facebook and now it's using my Facebook on my behalf. Now, I know a lot of you are like, don't do that. You know, you're worried. Here's the thing. If you log into Facebook using one of these tools, never ever allow, like, this is full conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat stuff, right? Never always allow, like, never ever hit the button that says always allow. Always ask me to verify if this is me with my two-factor authentication and things like that, right? I always will log out of the browser whenever I'm done. I also don't put anything that is sensitive into any tool that I don't really know what is going on. But like I said, you use your own disclosure, you assess your own level of risk and tolerance. I use these tools to help me save time and make money. And again, I've created a lot of training that people got a lot of value from, over 1 million views. They gave me the shirt. They sent me the shirt because of the work that I've done. And I'm fine. I'm happy doing it, because whenever a tool like this rolls out, like, how could you not talk about it if you're actually using it to get clients and grow your business? So let me show you a crazy example of Manus AI, right? I first lost my mind when I had Manus AI build me a website. Okay, so I said, build me a website for my personal brand. And here's the crazy thing. You can watch this thing over your shoulder. You can watch it build. So it says, I'm researching you. Look at it in the background. It's doing all this research about me. It's finding all this information about me. It built this website. That's obviously the very fast version, but like, it found all this information, goes to all my social media profiles. It puts together this information. Look at my background, achievements, recognition, expertise, goes to my LinkedIn. This is all stuff that you would have to pay somebody to do, to spend this time to do the research, not only, but obviously have somebody build a website, code it, do all those things. And not only does it do all that for you, but it publishes it for you. And you can have a look at it live right here. You just hit publish if you want. Publish now. I can visit it and look at this. Building AI-powered marketing systems that drive growth. I'm Nick Ponte, founder of Mino Marketing, co-founder of Smart Directory AI. I help businesses build repeatable systems from mechanic to marketing innovator. This is all born and raised in Maui. I started my career. Crazy, right? It built all of this for me. Somebody's asking if you use the paid version of Manus. I actually have that on my next slide here. So there are free version of Manus. You get 300 credits free daily to test out Manus. And one cool thing about Manus is that whenever you use it, it does things like review this response to get free credits, share this with a friend to get free credits. They're always giving you ways to give free credits, which I think is cool. But yes, I do pay for it. $20 a month to build me lead lists like the ones I'm going to share with you. I think is totally worth it. Totally fair, because one of those leads could turn into a client like this, right? $1,000 client, a $500 client, a monthly subscription client. If you're following along in any of my training, that's what you should be trying to sell. $20 a month is a small price to pay. And the way I look at some of these tools is, look, anything that you do in life, any job that you have, you're going to need some tools. I have a guy outside right now building a gate at my house. He has a cement mixer. He's got a hammer. He's got a laser level. He needs those tools to make that money. If you're a computer programmer, you need a phone, you need the internet, you need a computer. As somebody selling AI marketing services to small businesses, you need tools like Manus AI. You need tools like Go HighLevel. And the cool thing and fortunate for people like you that watch my channel is I give you ways and tactics to use these tools for free, like finding strategic partnerships where I offer you 30 days free to different tools. And if you follow along, like with the people in my community, it doesn't take very long to actually get some traction and get some results if you're actually using methods that work. And the reason, if you go to my Facebook group, go to offlinesharks.com/Facebook, and you see people regularly posting their wins and seeing more success coming out of this group than pretty much any other group out there. We've got 25,000 members in here. It's because all the training and strategies that I share with people, they're from actually doing this stuff. This stuff actually works. This is not theory. This is not stuff that, I found somebody else doing and have not done for myself. If you go to the hashtag, if you go to the little magnifying glass here and you search hashtag win, you'll see tons of people regularly. This guy, 13 hours ago, finally got my website set up, which is great. Christopher Stein got a brand new website client, $300, locked in $50 a month for recurring hosting. Greg Blackwood, $14,000 in invoices. Now these people are taking action and willing to put in the work. Okay, so let me jump back to my slides for you for a second here because I want to stay on track. I got a lot of stuff to cover still. We talked about Meta buying Manus AI. There's a lot of articles. You can go read them. The Wall Street Journal is the one that's getting cited the most. They're paying $2 billion. Crazy. I think that's cheap. I've told you why it's powerful, what it is, autonomous agent, multitasking. You can have it doing lots of different things for you. Now let's talk about how you can monetize and actually get a customer to hopefully pay you. And then we'll talk about automating all that with AI software. And then at the end of this, you guys, I'm going to stick around and answer as many questions as I can. So as we go, make sure you put your questions in the chat and I will hang out and make sure to help answer them. And it could be anything on, Manus AI, getting clients, agency stuff, hiring, outsourcing, building software, real estate, I don't care. Ask me anything you want. So I asked Manus AI, pretty cool about that website, right? I asked Manus AI for the top 5 ways to make money with AI as somebody new. And by the way, I'm giving you this full prompt document, this bonus document. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll send you this. It gives you my 4-part fast track training, 30 days free of HighLevel, which is a software that I use to automate the service that I'm going to teach you how to use right now. And I'm going to give you all these prompts. Manus AI and Gemini prompt to build a lead list, an email template to get one of those leads to pay you for a couple of different services. We're going to dive into the nuts and bolts of that in a second here. But let's jump back to our slides. So I asked Manus AI, what are the fastest ways to profit, to make money with AI as somebody new? And it gave me a bunch of options. AI-powered content creation and writing services. This one I think is going to be a huge one, AI-powered content creation. Actually, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I've been making avatar videos. That's something that I think you could sell to small businesses, and it's a huge opportunity. I'm going to create training on how I do my avatar videos pretty soon, so stick around for that. Number 2, social media management with AI. Many businesses need help managing their social media presence. AI tools can assist in generating content ideas, scheduling posts, and analyzing performance, making the job much more efficient. I would completely agree. I think this is a huge opportunity as well. Creating and selling AI-generated art and designs. I'm not really that interested. AI-powered affiliate marketing. You need an audience usually to do affiliate marketing, so it's like not the fastest way to start making money. Building websites with AI tools, that could work. So I want to focus on this one because this one I've made a lot of money selling social media management to small businesses in my area. And with the use and adoption of AI tools, this is actually how my company was recently recognized as one of the second fastest growing companies in Hawaii because we started using AI tools just like this to adopt and find people that we could help at scale and offer our services to help them at scale and make our jobs easier. And so everything I'm about to share with you comes out of real world stuff. Now, social media management, for somebody that's brand new, what is that? There's a couple different types of social media management. Now, we all know that for small businesses in our area, they need to have like a minimum viable social media presence, right? They need to have a Facebook page, a Google business profile. Because if I go to Google, let's go to Google and let's type in kayak tour Honolulu. And when you type in this type of search, like you're thinking about going on your vacation to Hawaii and you want to go on a kayak tour, you're going to go to Google and you're going to look for this business. And if you don't show up here in Google Maps, you're basically not existent, right? So this Google business profile is on Google Maps. This is kind of a social media profile. They need to have this. That's like an essential. If they don't have it, they basically don't exist. They probably need a Facebook page. They probably need an Instagram page. They probably need a LinkedIn. So these are social media profiles. Now, the second tier to this is if somebody likes this business right here, Kailua Beach Adventures, and they go to their website and they're checking them out because, you know, it costs a lot of money to come to Hawaii, so they're planning ahead. They want to make sure they pick a good place to go to. Lots of people are having fun with this and it looks like a good product. So what do people do? They research, right? They go to their Instagram page, they go to their website, they go to their Instagram page, and I can see these guys have lots of followers, lots of posts, and look at this, they're regularly posting. You know, they're relevant. This post came out a week ago. So this looks like an active, healthy business that lots of people trust. I am willing to maybe invest my money and take the risk of spending one of my 5 days of my vacation out here. What you don't want to see is going to a business like this. They got 1,000 followers, but the last time they posted was in 2024, over a year ago, almost 2 years ago at this point. If you land on this website and you want to go stand at paddleboarding, you're going to ask yourself, is this business even still operating? I would much rather go here and find the businesses posting every single day and there's tons of people that are having fun with this. Wouldn't you? Doesn't that make sense? So there's a couple types of social media marketing that I want to share with you. Social media management. Social media management can be, number one, getting more customers, sales, bookings, and leads through social media. That is like a performance type of marketing management scenario. The other scenario is just social media posting, selling activity as a service, making this business look active on their social media. So creating content and posting. I want to be very clear that you're not selling more customers, more sales, more things like that. What you are selling is when someone lands on this page, your business looks like it has an active, healthy heartbeat, and they're not going to go to somewhere else because they're wondering if you're closed, okay? So the perfect criteria for businesses like this to pay you is somebody that has 500 to 1,000 followers or more, and they have posted to their social media before, but they dropped off the map. They haven't posted in 6 months or longer. And the reason that we have that criteria is because you want to make sure that they have somewhat of a little audience to keep alive, right? Like they've already got a bunch of people that know them, like them, trust them, probably want to hear from them, but haven't for quite some time. So they have to have some audience. 500 to 1,000 followers is a sweet spot. And then if you see they haven't posted, they've posted before, but not 6 months to a year, they obviously know there's value in it, but they, for some reason, gave up on that process. Why did they give up? Because in the past, before using AI tools, it was very labor intensive. You had to go out on this paddleboard tour. You had to have an employee there with a camera. We had to take the photos, the videos, come back, put them in a Google Drive, give them to somebody who was actually managing the social media accounts. That person had to go post on social media. There'd be quality checks. They could be good. They could not be good. It's very labor intensive for a small business, right? Enter the AI era. AI agents, AI content creation, the things that we're talking about on my channel regularly. This allows people like you and me to come in and help these businesses without ever having to be in their location. We can create content, we can post to all of their platforms regularly and get paid monthly because we're providing that service, that value. And so let me know if you guys are following along. Are you getting value out of this? Is this stuff good? Is this the stuff you come to the channel for? If you have any questions, again, put them in the chat and make sure to like and subscribe. So I've explained the opportunity. Manus AI gave us social media marketing. I'm going to call it social media posting as one of the best services that you can sell. Top 5 ways to make money with AI as somebody new. Now I am going to show you how to put lighter fluid on this thing and really blow it out of the world. So let me close this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Manus AI and I'm going to give it a prompt to help me build a list of leads. Build me a list of small businesses in Hawaii that have 500 Facebook followers or more, but have not posted in 6 months to a year. Include any contact info you might have, website, email, phone number, link to Facebook page. Now, it asked me, it says, I need access to Facebook. Take over the browser, provide your login credentials. I didn't want to give it my credentials. I took over the browser and I logged in. Just boom, boom, boom. I logged in and then I went back and I said, okay, go ahead. I've logged in. And it says, I'll log into Facebook is what I said. It said, perfect, let me open a Facebook page for you to log in. And this is my autonomous AI agent helping me, right? This is normally I would have had to have somebody sitting next to me to do this work for me. And I've paid people in the past. I've had interns, I've had employees that I needed help posting to social media for. And you can have an AI agent do that with you. Now, do it for you. And who knows what Meta is going to do with this new tech, adding into Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and those types of tools. I don't know. But I think AI agents are the wave of the future, and they're going to replace or they're going to enhance many jobs out there and the people that know how to use these types of tools to be successful. Because really what it comes down to is instead of only being able to do the work of one person, if you know how to harness this type of tool, this type of multitasking like this, now one person can do the job of 100 people. One person can be more valuable than all those people because you're just paying for one person. And you want to be that person, right? You want to be that person. So let's jump back to my lead list. Goes out there, it puts together a lead list for me. Small businesses with 500 followers or more and haven't posted in 6 months or more. So Keep Fitness Hawaii has 1,500 Facebook followers. They haven't posted in 4 months. Why haven't they posted in 4 months? If they have 1,500 followers, they've posted before, but they haven't posted in 4 months, could it be because they don't have the time, capacity, resources to do this? Is this maybe somebody who might be a good fit for you to come in and give them an irresistible offer of 2 weeks of free content for them that you create using AI? If they like it, great. We can talk about working together into the future. If not, no worries. I can create 2 weeks of AI content. I'm going to show you how to do this in just 2 minutes. No, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe less. And you can actually just have Manus AI. If I wanted to take Manus AI and give it a prompt like this, but just stick with me here, right? It put together this lead list for me of all these businesses. So what you want to do is you want to verify one that might work for you that fits this criteria like I've shown you. Got 500 to 1,000 followers or more, and they haven't posted in 6 months to a year. Okay, so just do that. Now, if you wanted, what about creating the content for these businesses, right? I'll go new task, and I'll say, create me 5 social media posts for this business. This is Manus AI. And I give them the website, and now Manus will research, right? It's doing the thinking. We're going to stick with it here, and we're going to watch what happens. Now I'm going to watch its screen because I love watching this screen. It makes me feel like a freaking wizard. Researching Key Fitness Hawaii's website to understand their business. And you can see Manus AI is pulling up their website in the background here. Let me move my little talking head screen. And this is live. And what's crazy is this tool, it basically spins up a browser and it does all this stuff and you can watch it. Now it's reading all the page text on the website. It's documenting all their information. It's compiling it. It's putting it together. And it's going to use all this to create the 5 posts that you can use to get this business to pay you. Now, while this is going on, how do we get this business to pay us? Well, I have this template here that you can send this email. You can send it as a DM if you want. And it says, I just noticed something about your page. That's the subject line. And you can take a screenshot of this, you guys, if you want. Or if you comment below and you're in the AI Fast Track training for free, I'm going to give you this entire bonus document. I've already mentioned it a couple times. And your email is going to be very personalized. And it's going to give them an irresistible offer that they can't say no to. So it's going to say, hey, first name, I hope this doesn't come out of left field. I was checking your business online and noticed you have a solid social media following, but it looks like you haven't posted in a while. Totally get it. Running a business is crazy, but I couldn't help but thinking you've got people already paying attention to you. That's rare. Most businesses would love to have that kind of audience. Every day they don't hear from you is money left on the table. Anyway, I help businesses like yours stay active online and connect with their followers. No pressure or anything. I'd be happy to create 2 weeks of free content for you just to show you what it would look like. If you like it, cool, we can chat more. If not, no big deal. You've got a few weeks of quality posts done for free. Now, what does that do? Totally de-risks the situation. You've got the ideal customer, right, who has a problem. You know they have a problem. You've verified they have a problem. You've seen they have the problem, and you're giving them a solution. And there's no risk to that solution. It's totally free. And don't you think that if this business knows the value in posting, they've posted before in the past, and they haven't had the capacity, time, or energy to do it, or lost their social media person, and you give them 2 weeks of free content, they're going to say, if nothing else, I'm going to use this content because it's free. I can finally breathe for 2 weeks and make my page look active, right? So let me go back to Manus, 5 social media posts. It's created 5 posts for me. Post introducing the Fit Truck, a dynamic photo, short video, the Fit Truck in action showing its equipment. So I guess the Fit Truck is something to do with, it's a truck that this gym offers. Like they show up to places with their truck and they train people to do live events and fitness. The Bootcamp, image idea, video. So what you can do with these images, and you can use different models, right? You can use Google's Gemini, Nano Banana to create an image for you. You can use ChatGPT to create an image for you. You can use Manus AI to create images for you. But you have essentially 5 posts written and the prompt to create the image, right? So if you went to Google, if you went to Nano Banana, and I like to use different tools for different things, right? So for Gemini, they have a great image model. So Nano Banana is one that's really good. Now, if I want to create an image, a dynamic photo or short video of the fit truck in action, and I may want to edit this prompt a little bit, right? I probably won't want to use the fit truck because that's a keyword that's not very good. A collage of photos showing a diverse range of clients, seniors, adults working out with Kai, all looking happy and engaged. So we're going to do that. We're going to Kai, fitness instructor from Hawaii, all looking happy and engaged, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to automate the posting for all these small businesses so you can get paid and automate this process. So stick with me here. I'm showing you just the rudimentary ways of getting this content created using these different tools that is still light years ahead of what you could have done in the past. This is Nano Banana. That's a great social media post. Community, Ohana. I mean, these look like real people. You would never be able to tell the difference. This dude looks Hawaiian. It's using Hawaiian words. Ohana means family, community, fitness for all. This is incredible, right? Incredible content that could be made in just a couple clicks of a button. Now let's talk about how to automate this even further, okay? So I use Go HighLevel. Go HighLevel is essentially my Swiss Army knife for my tools that I use to get clients and small businesses to pay me monthly. Now, I'm giving you 30 days free of this tool that you can use to follow along in my 4-part AI fast track training or the tactics that I'm giving you in this video. You can follow along. You get 30 days free to get your first or your next client, and that will cover the cost of using this tool in the future. It's only $99 for their entry level. And I'm not going to go through all of the things that you get, but you can see on the left-hand side, you have calendars, contacts, opportunities, payments, AI agents, marketing, websites, reporting. What we're going to focus on in this video, you guys, is the social planner section. The social planner section allows me to have the businesses I work with connect all their social media platforms right here, and I can create content using these AI tools directly in this platform, and I can schedule the posts to go out to their Google business, their Twitter, their LinkedIn, their Facebook page, their Instagram, all from inside of this one platform. So gone are the days where you have to log in all through all the platforms. And so you can imagine, if we found this business, we're going to walk through it all over again, right? We use Manus AI to build a lead list, find businesses that have 500 to 1,000 followers. They've posted before, but they haven't posted for 6 months to a year, so they know the value that comes with posting, but for some reason they've dropped off the map because they lost their person, they couldn't afford it or what. And you come in and you use this tool to create 2 weeks of free content for free, and you send them this email, okay? Now, let me show you why this works so well, because if you want to create 2 weeks of content for free, normally you wouldn't do that because that's a whole lot of work, and you would never work that hard for no money. But now, all you have to do if you're using a tool like Go HighLevel and Manus AI to create the prompts for you, you just go to create new post, and I'm going to show you how you can have posting. I'm trying to move my head here for you guys. How you can have posting go out to select all the accounts all at once, Google Business, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. And if I want to use AI to create the text for me with Generate with AI, I'm just going to type in the key message for the social media post. And we're going to use this business as the example, right? Because I found them, Maui stand-up paddleboarding. And I'm going to say key message of the post, why Maui stand-up paddleboarding is awesome. Goal for the social media post, more bookings for Maui stand-up paddleboarding, right? Tone of voice, you can choose friendly, persuasive, casual, professional. I'm gonna go with professional. And I'm going through this very quickly, everybody, just because I wanna show you how quick and fast you can do this. You can spend more time doing it if you want, but even at the rate and the fast that I'm going, you can get this done in a way that you can actually charge for it. Somebody says, in HighLevel, how can somebody start out doing this when you get 3 sub accounts and one of them is your site? That is one of my confusion based on onboarding of my HighLevel. So you get 3 sub accounts. That's 3 installations just like this for $99 a month. You actually get 3 of them for free for 30 days. So in your first 30 days, you should get at least one client to pay you at least $500 a month. With $500 a month, you can upgrade to their unlimited plan. You should have, if you have 3 sub accounts, you should have one of those clients actually paying you. And this is a self-funded business. That's actually one of the reasons why this type of business model works. And it works well, especially for people that are new. So look at all these posts that were written. Discover why stand-up paddleboarding on Maui stands out as an amazing experience. This is like way better than I could ever write it myself. I suck at writing. I'm just going to take this one because it looks great. And again, you could spend more time here if you wanted. Now, what about the photo? So I'm going to hit the image here and create an image using AI. Stand up paddleboarding on Maui. Describe your image. Number of variations, just 1. This is a actual company, so I'm going to use realistic photos as the type of output I want, not dreamlike or vector or colorful. And I'm going to hit generate. Let me know if you guys are getting any value of this. And can you tell me in the stream how many people are watching the stream, because I can't really see when I'm using OBS. But look at this image that was just created in just a couple seconds. This person is stand-up paddleboarding. You can see one of the islands in the background. They're on the beach. I made this image and this text super high quality. You guys, I used to do this stuff in the past. I would have to write this on my own, and it would take me forever to do this stuff. And I used to get paid $300 a month to post every other day to different restaurants' social media profiles. And I would manually log in and do all the posting. But look at this. What is the difference of this post that was created with AI here and the post that that they have previously posted on social media? Is there any difference between this post and what I've created right here? And if I don't like this image, I mean, I would make the argument that my post looks better. Let's do another one. Generate new content. Stand up paddleboarding on Maui during the day. I don't want a sunset. Let's go daytime. There's no difference. And the reason that you can charge money for this is because you're solving a problem for these businesses. Look at this. This one looks even better. What's the difference between this post and this post, or this one? You want to know the difference? The difference is, in order for the business owner to get this post, he had to pay somebody to be here. He had to have an employee actually be standing on a stand-up paddleboard, wobbling around, almost falling into the water to take this picture, where I could be in freaking Alaska and create this content for this business and make it look like I was there with this guy on the stand-up paddleboard. Do you guys see the value that you can bring in using AI tools like Go HighLevel, Manus AI, Gemini, Nano Banana? The market is wide open right now because these businesses, there are so many businesses that have no idea how to use this stuff, you guys. And it all comes down to what I've shared with you in this video. You know, finding somebody who has a problem, picking an industry, identifying the pain points, not posting on social media, not enough reviews. Here, I have the slide here. No website, not enough customers. These are all pain points that small businesses have. And you know what? They can all be solved by using AI software and strategies like I share with you on this channel. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at the questions that you guys have. Ask me any questions you might have about Manus, their meta acquisition of $2 billion. Crazy. Hats off to the guys at Manus AI that created such an awesome tool. Like I said, I have over 1 million views on my channel for Manus AI training. And then like and subscribe and comment below if you want the 4-part AI fast track training, and I'll send that to you. So let me scroll up here, put your questions in, you guys. I want to hang out for at least 10 minutes here and make sure I ask and give as much value as I can to you, because it's important to me that you guys get value for hanging out with me. So somebody says, will this apply to the UK? What do you mean? Somebody says, sign up from your last live with HighLevel. How do I get started with everything with you? The rep with HighLevel couldn't direct me to your things. Well, I'm an affiliate of HighLevel, so they couldn't direct, they have their own things. But if you want to join my fast track training, I just put a link in the chat. And once you sign up for the training, it says thank you, and it gives you the first video for free. And let me pull that up for you. And that will take you off to the races, where I show you a 4-part training of how to get clients and grow your business, just like I'm sharing with you in this video using AI tools. So this is the 4-part fast track training, free. Full disclosure, you guys, if you sign up, you will get offered a VIP upgrade for $27. You don't have to take that. You can say no, and then you can get the 4-part fast track training, this bonus document with all my prompts for my lead list, the email prospecting, 30 days of HighLevel plus the 4-part fast track training for free. But some of my people in this audience, they want a little more. They want to go faster. That is why I have the VIP upgrade where I give you more templates, more prompts, and more videos. It's only $27. If you want it, it's there. It's not required. Some people are haters and they're like, oh, the 4-part fast track training isn't free. Yes, it is. There's a VIP upgrade that's optional, but I give you everything you need in the 4-part AI fast track training. Somebody says, haven't used Manus in a while. Look, I recommend that you get back on it. If you look at my Manus prompt table in the bottom here, build me a personal brand website. So these are some things that I've used Manus AI for, right? And recently, create high quality logos, how to create a funnel for Go HighLevel, make me a video on money making tips, create a video timeline on, I was creating video content. I need to boil down this format for future video. I don't know if I actually followed through with that one. Create a carousel, an Instagram carousel for this business. Oh, this is for one of my live streams I did on Pomeli. It was creating images for me. This one, organize receipts. I talked about this. Organize receipts for me. Like I have, a bunch of real estate properties, and over the year, as we get expenses, I categorize all my receipts and I just dump them in a Google Drive. And at the end of the year, I have a bookkeeper consolidate all that so that we get the deductions. I don't have to pay that bookkeeper to do that anymore because Manus AI just goes out there and creates a spreadsheet for me and scans all of the receipts and documents everything in an Excel for me. Creating more websites, making lead lists, generating lead lists, converting PDFs to Word documents. It's a super valuable tool. Somebody says, not enough people show how to do this using $0 for a disabled note. So you can do this with $0 from home, but you have to be willing to follow the steps and take action. How is it possible to do this with $0? Well, ChatGPT is free. There's a free version of Manus AI to get 300 credits, but also I'm giving you 30 days free of Go HighLevel, which I told you is the Swiss Army knife of tools that I use to get clients to run my business. 30 days free. You have 30 days to follow along in my 4-part training where I give you 3 or 4 other tactics to get clients. There's no other expenses that you need. You have to follow the steps, find people that have a problem, offer them a solution. I share all this with you. Give them an irresistible offer, get your foot in the door, and offer to solve a problem for them for a fee, a small fee. Don't ask for $10,000 up front. Ask for a small fee, solve the problem, and when you have that relationship, then you can sell the more expensive stuff. Again, this is all stuff we cover in the 4-part fast track training. Somebody says, do you think vibe coding is safe to scale? It depends what you're vibe coding. I think vibe coding is obviously super valuable. You can get a lot done right away, very quickly. It depends if you're just creating a little widget or an enterprise level software. It really just kind of depends on what you're creating. Somebody says, I love Manus AI. It helped me get my layout on my website. Awesome. Somebody says, I already subscribe with bell notifications, commenting to get the document. I appreciate you. Somebody says, yay, training on live agents. Look, live agents are one of the things that I'm most bullish on for this year. Somebody says, Manus AI is BS. Don't get scammed by people who promise. Manus is a very poor model. No, I completely disagree. I've literally shown you in this video why it's made me money and saved me time on multiple use cases. But you can hate, whatever, it's all good. Somebody says, I'm having issues accessing the AI fast track site right now, SSL problem. I have a support ticket in, but I haven't heard back from it yet. That's really weird because if I go to offlinesharks.com/AI fast track, it's working for me, but I will send this to my operations manager to double check and check it out. Somebody says, I'm so weary of Meta, a little disappointed. Manus, which I love, is now Zuckerberg stable, conspicuous. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know how I feel about it. I hope it remains just as good. That's why I say in this video, the opportunity to use this tool to build leads and do autonomous things for you it could be closing. And who knows where the regulation is going with AI. I think agents are going to have to be something that they put some red tape around. Somebody says, what is the back-end workflow Meta has with Manus? Is it just social media aspect? I don't know. They're clearly buying the tech so they don't have to build it, the customer base and so on. Who knows? And this is the case with everything in AI, right? We are just at the beginning. We have no idea where the ceiling is and where we're going to go with this. Everybody's using AI tools right now to grow their business. And this ripples into medical, energy. It doesn't matter. Each one of these industries now using these different forms of AI to further advance their business and create novel innovation in each sector. It's just growing at a rapid rate. And I have a feeling right now, you guys, we're going to, like all of you, all my people that are on this channel, just grinding with your head down, building, we're going to look up 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, and we're going to be like, remember that time when AI was just popping off and you were doing everything you possibly could to get in front of that train? Every new update, every new tool, every new announcement, you were just consuming the information and trying to use as much of it as you could. And you are. And it did allow you to grow in insane, monumental ways. Holy crap, you were able to innovate and move so fast. We're going to look back at this time and not even realize that we were in the bubble. We were in the bubble doing crazy, incredible things, but only for the people that are actually doing something. You can't be on the sidelines watching. You can't be sitting there thinking like, oh, this AI thing, it's already here, it's already happened. That is not correct. And also, you can't think like, I'm not technically savvy, I can't use AI to be successful. There's a common misconception that people think that they need to be some technical wizard to be successful with AI. Is that you? Are you watching this stream and you think you need to be extremely technical to be successful with AI? I'm here to tell you that is completely false. The best AI tools, they do not need to be developed and created by you. They already exist. You just need to use them. You need to use them in a way that you can offer solutions and provide value to people, small businesses, and get paid in the process. And if you make that your focus right now, and that's what you do every single day and learn about every single day, you're going to be a valuable asset to the world. So get out there and start doing that. Somebody says, good to hear it isn't just me. Were you able to get spreadsheets with all the resources somehow? I'm not sure what you're talking about. They don't do free credits anymore for reviews, as well as paid subscribers. I no longer get that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, I see like right down here at the bottom right now, share Manus with a friend, get 500 credits. So if I share Manus with somebody, I get 500 credits. They're kind of, it's just random. Somebody says, I thought about putting this in your group exactly what you said, but I got notified of this live. I'm hoping he will address this for us. What do you want me to address? Somebody says, in HighLevel, how can someone start out doing this when you get 3? I already explained that one. Dude, Dre Unlocked is a hater. Somebody says they can now deploy full stack websites, web apps, front end, back end. It's pretty crazy. 200 people watching. Appreciate you guys. Somebody says, no, do you promote these lives or you just go live and let people show up? I just go live. I should probably do a better job about actually promoting the lives. But the thing is like I said, AI is moving so damn fast. And I have the best analogy for it that I heard the other day. And you know what it is? This is what it is. You guys all seen the movie Dune? You know the sandworm from Dune? This giant worm that travels under the sand and just destroys everything in its path, humans and civilizations alike. This is AI. AI is the sandworm from Dune. And the people who are going to survive or benefit from this are the people who wake up and actually learn how to ride the sandworm, right? The people that ride the sandworm. So if you haven't seen Doom, that's what they do. Like this guy, Timothy Chalamet or whatever, they ride the sandworm and they, instead of getting their ass kicked by it and just making spice their whole life or collecting spice their whole life, they ride this worm. And that's what you need to do with AI. AI is here, it's moving forward. Behemoths like Meta are acquiring little companies and taking that tech and doing crazy things with it. We don't even know where it's gonna go. And you can be a hater, you can be out on the sidelines, you can watch this thing happen for you, or you can jump on the back of this thing and figure out how to ride the Bronco, right? Somebody says, disappointing news. I met the Manus guys in Riyadh when they first started. Amazing team. It said they will now be consigned by, I know, I'm a little bummed about that. Somebody says, how can I show businesses voice AI and how can it help? This is a really good question. So I use Go HighLevel for my voice AI bots, right? So you have this section here, AI agents on the left, and you can create your first voice AI agent. And so what you want to do here, you guys, is you want to create a knowledge base. Really easy to do. A knowledge base, you just click create knowledge base, you give it a name, you give a description, blah, 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 blah. I'm just typing stuff so you can see what this process is like. And you can actually use the web crawler to crawl a website. So if I wanted to create a knowledge base about Mina Marketing or any company for that matter, right? If I wanted to create a knowledge base off of Maui Stand-Up Paddleboarding because I wanted to land them as a customer, I'd put their website in the website crawler. And then this knowledge base would be compiled of all of the company's information, right? Whatever they have on their website, their about, their services, who they are, their values, the products they sell, the times they are open. This knowledge base can be crawled in like seconds, right? I mean, why don't I just do one for you? Why don't I just do that? But essentially, when you do that, you can then buy a phone number for $1 through HighLevel, and you can connect the AI voice agent to that phone number. And so now, if you call that phone number, the AI agent can set up and be representing that company. Thank you for calling Maui Stand-Up Paddleboarding, and you can give it a goal. How can I help you? Would you like to book your reservation? So here's how you get a client, because this is a great question, Samuel. You just take that phone number and you send it to that client. You say, hey, I created an AI voice agent for you. Give this phone number a call and let me know what you think. They're going to call the number and they're going to hear an agent that sounds exactly like a human being that knows everything about their company. And they're going to ask it questions and they're going to be like, holy shit, this is real. How can I get this thing? How can I get this receptionist? What else can it do for me? And so that's like the ultimate foot in the door for a voice AI, for a voice agent. And again, I use HighLevel to make these things because it makes it easier. It's like the best interface you can have to monetize for small businesses. Somebody says, for the ones that are having issues, there's more than one person having issues with accessing the website? I see a lot of people coming in. Let me pull this up for you guys right now, because I don't know why. Like, if I go to my spreadsheet here and I check how many people have joined today, I mean, it's gonna be pretty staggering, Yeah. Look at this. I've got 61 people who have joined the fast track today, 125 yesterday, 57. So it's working right now. I'm not sure. Maybe try a different browser. I'm saying HighLevel. And so if you want, I'm going to put a link right now into the stream, you guys. If you want 30 days free of HighLevel, the tool that I've just shown you, I'm going to put a link in the chat right now. But also, you'll want the fast track training, because with your 30 days, what do you do during your 30 days? Well, you follow the 4-part fast track training to get clients so that you don't have to pay out of pocket for the ongoing fees after the first 30 days are over. Somebody says, thoughts on Lindy for voice agents? I don't know. See, one of the other nice things about HighLevel, you guys, is I used to pay for send a tool to send invoices, right? I still do, actually. That's not completely true. Like, I use Square, right, to send invoices for my first form of payment to businesses to pay me, because everybody knows Square and it's trustworthy and it's easy for them to put their credit card in. But once they pay me the first time, then I move them over to the payments in HighLevel, right? Because I can connect my Stripe and I can send invoices. But so the thing about HighLevel is you can send emails. They do email marketing. You can use it as your CRM. You can use it as your calendar, your booking appointment. You can use it as your pipeline for your leads. You can use it for your reputation marketing. You can create chat widgets for your website. And guess what? All of that is included in just the one fee. And so, you're asking, would I use Lindy for voice agents? No, because the voice agents here in HighLevel, they work really well, especially because they were created with the goal in mind to work with small businesses, which is, for me, my ideal customer, because businesses usually have some cash to reinvest into their business. And I want to get that cash because I want to help them grow their business. You don't want to be looking for people to pay you that don't have any money, right? So you got to think about it from that perspective. People that have money are usually business owners. Somebody says, which option is better, tools or Bootcamp? Somebody says, if I join and pay the $27, how much is the HighLevel a month after? So no, the 4-part fast track is a training that's for free. If you want, there's a VIP upgrade where I give you additional resources so you can go a little faster. You don't need it. It's $27. The 4-part fast track training is free. I give you 30 days free to HighLevel. After the 30 days of HighLevel, it's $99 a month, but you can cancel it anytime. My goal for the fast track training, you guys, is to get you your first client before the 30 days is over. Because I get a commission off promoting HighLevel, but I'm not just your average HighLevel promoter. I have 50 clients that are in HighLevel, and I use it to service these clients. And it's the reason that we are recognized as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii, because it has allowed us to grow faster and add more value to these businesses. And so I promote HighLevel because I use it first. And the strategies and the information that I share with you come from actually using it. And it's not just me, right? I have a team. This is my team. This is a company retreat we did at our office building in Honolulu. They all use HighLevel for our clients on our behalf as well because it works. Somebody says Manus has moved fast. It really has. It's only been around since March. Isn't that crazy? Since March. In March, I launched this video. I was talking about DeepSeek. I asked DeepSeek and Manus AI how to make money fast. And you can see that this one is up to 600,000 views. And I've used Manus AI with VO3. I've been using Manus AI to do lots of things with other tools, and I've got over 1 million views, and it's only been since March. Somebody says, nice, bro, keep grinding. Somebody says, when contacting company, I appreciate that, by the way. Somebody says, when contacting company, how do you know who to contact, and is that not considered a robocall? So you should go back and watch this stream. I don't just contact random people, and I don't just contact as many people as I can. I want to find people that are a good fit for the things that I'm trying to sell. And so in the fast track training, I give you foot in the door strategies to get clients, right? What is a foot in the door strategy? Step one, you need to find an industry to go after. You need to I recommend, I used to be a mechanic, right? This is me working on cars back in the day. I recommend going after an industry you're familiar with. So when I started out, I was a mechanic. I would go after automotive shops because I could speak the language and I knew how they were doing business. Do something you're familiar with, you've done before, your spouse does, you can speak the language. Activity, home services, professional services, these are all great industries to go after. Step one. Step two, identify the pain points. In the fast track training, we talk about all this. Not enough customers is a pain point for any business. Not having a website, no activity on social media, not having good reviews or having bad reviews. These are all pain points for small businesses. And you can solve all these problems with Go HighLevel. And you can probably find other tools if you want to pay for multiple tools at once, but I just like to pay for one, and it helps me do that. And so if you go through this process of finding somebody that has a problem, and remember, I use Manus AI to build me a list. I've shown you how to do that, right? I've shown you my prompts, and I've even gone into, I've shown people how to build a list on Gemini. You can use this prompt that I give you in this bonus document. I run a digital marketing agency at Maui, looking to expand. My ideal clients are in this industry, blah, 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 blah. Take a screenshot of it if you want it, and it builds you this lead list. Spend a little time. If you're going to be selling social media posting as your foot in the door strategy, spend a little time finding the ones on this list that fit the criteria, that have a little bit of a following, 500 to 1,000 followers, have posted before so they know the value but haven't posted in 6 months to a year. If you find that type of prospect who fits that category, they know the value in posting. So if you give them 2 weeks of free content, they're gonna be like, shit, yeah, I'll probably take you up on that. And if you do a good job in giving them that content, then they're probably gonna wanna pay you for more. And so that's the process. And I don't call that robocalling. I call that direct B2B. I call that B2B sales. I'm a business, they're a business. I'm calling them up and I'm saying, hey, you need social media. I'm sending them an email. I'm like, hey, I saw you posted before, but you're not posting anymore. What's going on? Somebody says, let's get back to your video. Okay, so Pomeli, I have a video about Pomeli. Pomeli is Google's tool, and it's a pretty cool tool, but it allows you to create what's called brand DNA. And go watch my video. It's another strategy that can help you create social media campaigns, not just posting, but come up with a campaign for posts to be wrapped around for a particular business. Somebody says, with HighLevel, can I do businesses all over the world, or is it just the United States? You can do businesses all over the world. Somebody says, I'm not trying to be accusing. I've been scolded before when I was a recruiter. No worries. Somebody says, I think it asks for your agency ID, which is not provided. I'm not sure what you mean. I already have a HighLevel and was going to switch, but I don't have that ID. How has live streaming doing for you compared to not? I've been watching more and more streamers lately. I don't know. I think the YouTube algorithm changes a lot, but it seems like, how many people are watching this stream right now? I got a couple hundred people here. I never send an email for it. And I think I do a pretty good job in providing value. I put a lot of work into the presentations that I'm giving you guys that lead up into these streams. So I don't know. It could be a combination of the content I'm creating and the value I'm putting out there and people liking it and the algorithm pushing it. Or maybe the algorithm just likes streamers. I don't know. But I can tell you that, actually, I don't know. It's a little easier for me to just go live than it is to shoot a video and then edit it. But I do have to prepare for the live. And so that takes time too. I'm going to do a last round of questions, you guys. If you have any questions on anything at all, let me know. I'm happy. I'm an open book with you guys. Somebody says you do all right. Right on, Mikey. I appreciate you. What are you guys interested in? You're interested in clients and agency work, offers and affiliate, copywriting, sales, investing, wealth, fitness, mindset, mistakes I've made, reality, partnerships, crypto, NFTs. Yeah, 9 months has been a very short amount of time for Manus AI to do what they've done. $2 billion though. I mean, what do you guys think about that? $2 billion? You think they should have got more for that? Meta agreed to acquire AI startup Manus, Singapore-based company. Manus CEO goes by the nickname Red. I didn't know that. Seen a couple of videos with that guy. Pretty smart dude. Somebody says, just got here. Can you start over? No, you can watch the stream when it's over. I'm about to shut it off. So somebody says affiliate. What do you want to know about affiliate? So, over my career as an affiliate, you guys, I've sold internet marketing. I don't know if you guys know this. I have sold thousands, 40,000 individual products. It's more than that. I have two, like Warrior. I used to be on the Warrior Forum, Warrior Plus. I've sold over 100,000. These are product launches. I used to do launches of strategies that came out of my marketing agency and do 3,000 sales in a weekend, all through affiliate launching. And I liked doing affiliate launching because it really allows you to, it's a lifestyle business, but so is building an AI subscription marketing agency. So lifestyle business, meaning I work from home, I can travel a lot. I used to just travel the world and work and, do what I wanted. But now, I started a family recently. So, I just bought my dream home. I consider it to be my dream home. I've bought in a lot of other real estate investments along the way with money that I've generated from affiliate marketing, internet marketing, getting clients, mostly getting clients. Client getting has been the most consistent. And that's my business, you guys, goes like this. I'm a marketing agency first. I help small businesses in my area with their marketing. This includes using AI tools to help them increase their attention, get more customers, automate things. Anytime I have a winning strategy, something that works within mine of marketing, I come online and I talk about it. I'm like, hey, I just figured out how to do this SEO audit, or now we know how to run Google ads that work really well. I'll create a course on it and then I'll talk about it. And I, have been doing this for 10 years. And so the stuff that I teach people works. I have over 2,000, it's a lot more at this point. Took the screenshot years ago. I have over 2,000 success stories of people following my strategies, getting clients and customers and, either saving time or making money. The reason is because, again, I'm a marketing agency first. I get clients. I have over 50 clients a monthly retainer. I have multiple teams and multiple businesses. So I kind of know my shit. I know what I'm talking about. And this is what I'm most passionate about. I don't know anything about outside of this stuff. I know about business. I know about investing. I'm reading a lot of parenting books because I'm trying to become a good parent. And anytime I feel like I have a hole in my game, I try to invest time in learning and researching something. So that is the new chapter that I'm in right now, you guys. Somebody says, how do I get the email template? So I already put the link in the chat, but you can scroll up. That's the 4-part fast track training. If you want to, once you join the 4-part fast track training, let me show you this. You'll be taken to this thank you page. You sign up, it's free, as I mentioned, right? It's free. And step 1, claim your free trial to HighLevel, and you get a snapshot with all of my done for you assets in HighLevel. And then you can join the Facebook group. That's free. That's step 2. Step 3 is the first part of the AI fast track training, the first video. Step 4, you get your bonus resource document, which is actually all of the bonuses from all of my last videos. And this bonus document that I have for you today, this one, and this is yesterday's. So you get all these bonuses when you join the fast track training, all these bonus documents. All right, you guys, last call. Somebody says, do what you do, you rock. People are always going to find a way to be unhappy these days. Just blow. I know. I don't care. YouTube trolls and commenters are they're either the best or the worst. It is what it is. What do you know about getting certification with AI programs? I see people saying they're AI certified. What does that mean? By who? Is there some board of AI people making certifications? You know what? I'm AI certified. What makes you AI certified? I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've gotten more views about training with AI than probably 99% of the people out there. So I don't really know. I don't know what certifications are really actually legit. Somebody says, do you doing Q1 harder to close businesses than any other time of the year or about the same? Actually, for what we're doing right now is the time to be closing businesses because the end of the year cutoff. A lot of businesses historically, Q4, quarter 4, will dump a lot of their profits into marketing because usually there's a cycle. Let's say you run Google ads for 2 weeks and you generate a whole bunch of leads. Well, those leads don't pay until somebody calls every single one. So there's a buying cycle, maybe 30 days, 6 months. I don't know. Every business is different. But you can time it where you spend all your money in advertising, get all those leads, and you lower your taxable income for that business by the end of the year. So you don't have to pay taxes on all that money. But then into the new year, you close all those leads and you have a bigger profit. And then you do it again and again. And that's what people do if they time it right. So that's what big businesses do. I say all that because marketing is something that people invest in, business owners invest in at the end of the year because they want to lower their taxable burden. And they're like, hey, you know what? I made a good profit this year. Let's do a better website. Let's get that AI agent. Let's do a Google ad campaign. So for us, the Q4 at the end of the year is usually where we have the biggest years, and we're having the biggest year we've ever had. Somebody says copywriting is a big one. Can you speak on that? So I went to the Hawaii public school system. I suck at writing, but I have practiced enough to be dangerous and know what to do. And if you go to my Facebook group, funny little story here. In this Facebook group, started this group close to 10 years ago. It's a free strategy group. We got 25,000 people in here. I came in this group and I posted every single day for, 5, 6, 7 years. And I practiced my copywriting there. And the way that I did it was I just talked about what I was doing in the agency, and I just shared like regular updates. And, like anything else, man, you practice, and you get better at it. And so when you're practicing, how do you get better at copywriting? You practice, but you look for ways to be inspired and inspiration. So read books about copywriting. You can follow the greats, people like Jay Abraham. He's a great copywriter. Find the people out there that are good and model them. Dorn, what's up? Somebody says all the info is in the description. At least it looked like it since I rolled in late. Instead of scrolling, copied it from there. Is there something else in the chat? Is this different? Nope, that's the one. Rabbit hole. Somebody said, can I get the 30-day trial, Go High Level bonus, and Bootcamp together and not either or? So yeah, like I said, if you join the fast track training, which is free, you're going to get taken to this thank you page where you can claim the 30 days to High Level with the snapshot. And then you click this button here to access your bonuses, and you get the prompt document that I've given in this video, including all the other bonuses from all my other videos. Somebody says, which of the AI platforms do you think is the most geared for making money online? I don't know. Depends how you're trying to make money online. I use, like, my AI stack kind of goes like this. I use ChatGPT as my daily driver for like strategy, regular questions, things like that. I use Manus AI for any of my like things that I need actually done, like action taking things, like consolidate these files, do this lead scraping, or I need you to build me a list of leads and then do some additional research on these things. Like my AI assistant would be Manus AI. I use Perplexity for my research because it cites resources, and whenever I research stuff, I want actual credible stuff. So it just does good research and it gives you that citing of where that stuff comes from. So when I base decisions and business strategy off of research, which I very often do, and you should do, that it's coming from which credible sources, and you're not just, going to invest time and money into something that is BS. I use Claude for my copywriting because Claude writes in a very conversational way, and I've taught it to sound like me. I use Gemini to build my Google lead list because Gemini is owned by Google. And if you're trying to find businesses that are in Google, why not just use the same platform that actually comes up with the content? Somebody says, I'm signing up right now, but I want to make sure it's the right thing. When you just showed steps to follow, you said it's free 30 days, but I'm about to sign up for it says free for 14 days for $1. Huh. I don't know. You must have found like maybe I don't know that you went to the right link. If you want to go, there's a lot of links. Yeah, like, look, I'm going to put this link in the chat right now. If you want to sign up to High Level directly without the fast track training, right? I just put that link in the chat, and it's going to take you to this page where you get, the 30-day trial with our Profit Center snapshot. You can see what's all included in that. If you hit this button, it's probably not the best. It's a bridge, but sign up today and get a 30-day trial. Start an extended trial, 30 days. If you're already a high-level user and you want to trial into the next tier, 30 days, you can try the pro plan. You can do that there too. Somebody says meta buying Manus AI might be a nightmare if someone finds a way to hack it. I know. Don't put anything that you don't want getting out in these AI tools. And if you are doing that, you should probably set up your own LLM on your own computer. So it's a little bit safer. Someone says, I know I can't run a business yet. I'll have to work for someone else for W-2. If they see I'm AI certified, what is the qualification factor? Will an employer recognize me with your program? No, an employer will not recognize you as your program. I'm not that big of a deal. But what you can do is learn from the stuff that I'm doing and find somebody who has a problem and show them that you are the person that understands how to fix it and the value you can provide using these AI tools. And if you can do that on a one-to-one basis and keep doing that for people, you can get people to pay you. Don't overthink it. You do not need to be like somebody that's been using AI for 10 years to be successful in making money with this. You need to just find somebody who has a problem, and it can be as basic as not having a website. A business that does not have a website. They've been live and active for 5 years, but why don't they have a website? Because, I don't know, maybe they had one and it died. The hosting, they didn't pay their hosting, or they don't know how to get one, or they couldn't afford it. They have a problem. You need to solve that problem for them for a fee that is an agreeable rate for them. Like, you don't have to, have a master's degree at this to get somebody to pay you, which is why I believe getting a small business as a client is one of the best ways to actually make money online. I regularly post like more personal life updates and stuff. And, if you guys DM me on Instagram, I've been going in there every day, looking at my DM requests and responding to people. Somebody says, I'm looking to sell digital products, mock-up pictures, pack, ebooks, prompts. Which AI would be the worst subscription to sell? Okay, so here's a dope tool that you guys should go check out. It's called Higgsfield AI, and it allows you to use all of these different models, Nano Banana, Rev, Topaz, Photodump Studio, Character Swap, Soul ID. You can create video, Kling, like these are all, Sora 2, Kling. These are all different tools, but they're all bundled in one. So I think it uses an API from each one of them to be able to create stuff. So this is probably the best one if you want the best bang for your buck. Yeah, this is Real Nick. Somebody says, thank you for answering my question. Just subscribe and new to all this. Welcome to the channel, man. And you should join the Facebook group too, and the 4-part fast track training. They're both free. Somebody says, dude knows his shit, so he's certified as any other. I mean, that's how I look at it. Like if somebody has some imaginary title, does it really matter? I don't think so. I can show you my results, right? You can look me up online. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've got a lot of clients. I've taught a lot of people. I've got a lot of success stories and testimonials. I'm not like, if you met me in real life, I'm not somebody that brags about my shit. I mean, I'm not like, I don't have a Rolex. I don't have a Lambo. Could have bought all those things a long time ago. I invest in real estate. I'm pretty simple. I'm pretty straightforward. The weird thing about like internet marketing and being out there like on YouTube is like, you got to tell people what you've done to be credible. But if you met me in real life, I'd never tell you any of the shit that I'm telling everybody here right now. I just don't do that. But if you guys are going to be here on YouTube, I got to compete with the algorithm and the people that are out there, and I got to actually tell you some of the shit that I do. So that's why I do it. I appreciate the questions coming in, you guys. These are good. I'm kind of excited to keep doing these streams. I think I have to like get like a mini fridge in here and some drinks and stuff and just post up. I'm starting to realize that like the live stream thing, how many people are here in the live stream right now? I mean, I don't know, an hour and a half in, maybe 2 hours in. I think the YouTube algorithm likes me. Like this video, please. Like this video, subscribe. If you haven't already commented, I'd appreciate it. Just drop me some love in the chat. And yeah, I'm gonna keep doing these live streams and just giving you guys whatever value you need, like questions, answers. 230, Dorn. Dorn, I didn't send one email on this. Let's go. 230 people here. It's hard to shut down a live stream. There's 230 people here. Let me ask you this question. If you are sitting on this live stream and you have yet to ask a question, why not? Let me help you come up with a question to ask. What is holding you back from making your first dollar online? Are you confused where to start? Do you have a question? Are you afraid? Is it personal? I can tell you some things that stopped me from making my first dollar online. One of the things was I was afraid to put myself out there, because I was afraid of what other people thought. I didn't want people to see me like starting this business that wasn't successful. I think some of us have this misconception of like, if people see us starting out small, it's just laughable. And that stopped me from making progress and success faster than I should have. Like what you should do is just get out there and break some freaking eggs. Try some new shit. Do the things that I'm sharing with you in this video. Find businesses that have problems, offer to reach out to them and give them a solution. Somebody says, Nick is the millionaire next door. I appreciate you. Somebody says, I got your 4-part fast track training course, signed up, VIP bonus, also set account up, but none of the links are working. I haven't signed up for HighLevel yet, but it's definitely, I'm not sure what links are working. Somebody says, you look like a young Harrison Ford. Really? Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones. All right. Temple of Doom is one of the most badass videos ever, right? I use Manus all the time. It works. They seriously bought them out. They're the fastest startup in the world to like 100 million or something like that. Are they? I don't know. But look, they gave me the shirt. They gave me a shirt because I made a bunch of videos in it. People, send this man some love. I appreciate you. Golden Sun Kiss. Bemedit Green. A lot of value. Somebody says, that's kind of the way I feel. People looking at it that way, but keep pushing forward. Higgsfield. Yep. Higgsfield is the one. Higgsfield.ai. What other questions you guys got? You guys see Donna in our Facebook group the other day? Just landed a $2,000 a month client. Database reactivation, review response, social media posts, just like I showed you in this video, all automated and fulfilled with HighLevel. Donna is an action taker. I love it. Somebody says, when generating leads, should I focus on building funnels or pay for social media marketing or writing blogs and SEO with blah? Oh my God, you're trying to do too much. You're trying to do too much. So what you should do is, well, first of all, stop writing in all caps lock. You got to write in regular. And what you need to do is focus on one thing. Stop getting so shiny object fascinated. One thing. And like I have, I've given you this slide here, a couple slides here to help kind of set the stage for that. Pick an industry, whatever one you're familiar with. We're in the activity and home services industry. We service a lot of these people, but you can also go after professional. This is legal, medical, CPAs, whatever. Pick an industry, identify what pain points you want to solve for. Businesses that don't have a website, maybe they don't have enough customers, no activity on social media, no reviews or bad reviews. These are all things that can be solved with AI software. And focus on just one industry, one foot in the door method, and going out there and getting your first customer. And just keep doing that until you're really, really good at that. And then once you're really, really good at that, you can sell multiple things to those people. And that's, again, that's one of the ways that we were able to grow as fast as we do. I mean, this is ClickUp. This is like, it's blurred out because I have client sensitive information here, but essentially we didn't grow to the second fastest growing company in Hawaii because we just sold websites to people. We just use websites to get our foot in the door. We just use social media posting to get our foot in the door. We just use these things to get our foot in the door. But once we have a relationship with these businesses, then we can sell them more things. And that's how you continue to grow. Like you keep learning skills, and one of the best skills you can do is hire people. You can go to platforms like Upwork. So when you have a business that takes you up on social media posting, you can say, hey, why don't we get more website traffic to your site? Let's run some Google ads. Well, you don't know how to run Google ads? Here's what you do. You either learn how to run Google ads or find somebody else who knows how to run Google ads. You want to know how you find somebody to run Google ads? Go to upwork.com and type in Google ads, and you'll find a freelancer that is good at running Google ads. And you just use the arbitrage model. You charge the business $1,000 and you pay the guy $500 and you keep the delta. And you're essentially a middleman, and this is the same process for contractors, right? Google ad experts. Look at that. Boom. You just click that right there. Find a Google ad expert. I've hired hundreds of people on this platform at this point. I don't know if I can. It used to tell you how much money you spent, like as a somebody who's logged in and hired people, like as a provider, a job opportunity person. But I've hired hundreds of people on this platform at this point. And I can tell you right now, like one of the most valuable things you will ever do is get good and learn that skill of hiring people. Because in the beginning, you're going to do everything yourself. But once you start to learn all those things and you get good, then you're going to want to hire somebody else to replace you. And you're going to do this at every stage of the game. In the beginning, you're going to be the guy creating all the social media content, but then you're going to have somebody else creating all the social media content. Like I've shown you, like in my HighLevel social media planner, like this social media posts, all these posts that are scheduled to go out over the next 4 or 5 days and have gone out over the last, year. I didn't create this. Look, it was created by Ron, somebody on my team who used AI to make this image and create the text and scheduled it to go out to all of my Google business profile, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. And so, when I get a customer to pay me, I go tell Ron, hey, we need to start scheduling content for these guys. And you can have 10 Rons, just posting for social media for people. So that's what we call scaling, for those of you that don't know. Somebody says opinions on the membership community and HighLevel looking to build a local business community in Snapshot. I mean, I'm biased, but I run a pretty successful business off all this. Someone says, I like watching, even though you teach the same idea each time I don't care, you give me the courage to do it, just started. So look, here's the thing on that, you guys. If you watch my videos, I have several proven methods to get clients. Social media posting, doing audits, lead database reactivation, website liquidation. I usually talk about all these things over and over again. You know why? Because they work. You know why I don't have a new method for you on every single video? Because if somebody's out there giving you a new freaking method for every single video, they've probably never battle tested that method. There's not 3,000 methods every single day that come out to go out there and get clients. Foundationally, it's always the same shit. You find somebody that has a problem and you offer a solution to that problem. There's not a lot of problems, not enough customers. There's no website. They're not on social media. They have bad reviews. So yes, I have some redundant strategies. And, sometimes a new AI tool will come out like Nano Banana, where now I can create even better images that help make my social media posting foot in the door strategy work better. That's what I do. I keep doing the same things because they work. I don't need to do new things. And somebody out there that's trying to tell you a new thing to do every single freaking video and Twitter post, I would be a little skeptical on how well that shit actually works. That's actually one of the reasons I started putting content out there, because when I was first getting started, I would find people that I thought were credible. And let me know if you guys have had this happen to you. You think you land on a good idea. You find a YouTube channel, this dude sounds smart or she sounds smart or whatever. You get a course, you buy some shit, and it sounds like a good idea. And you get in there and you start trying to watch these videos and follow along. And then you hit a wall and you're like, whoa, is this even real? Does this even work? Has anybody ever actually done this? I have found there's a lot of bad actors online. I call them fake gurus. These are people that are doing things to get views and attention, rehashing other people's information, coming up with strategies that they've never actually done and telling other people to do those things. That's not what you're going to get from me. And that is why sometimes you will hear, over the course of the month, I'm going to give you my liquidation method over and over, but I'm going to use a different AI tool to maybe build the website because it works. I'm only going to give you the stuff that works. Somebody says, we are live. Send me that template, scroll up, check the description of the video. What gave you the courage to take this path? To be honest, I don't know that I really actually had the courage. I was screwing up, I lost my job. I didn't really have any marketable skills. I was at the end of the road. I like to party too much. I had an alcohol problem and I needed to figure some stuff out, so my back against the wall, I started I was just in that, I guess I had what they call the gift of desperation, where it's a gift and it really pushes you to get out of your comfort zone. And you guys, if you watch some of my early videos on this YouTube channel, I was the most shy, low self-esteem guy trying to put content out there in the beginning of the day. And it was because I didn't have any self-esteem. I didn't have any self-worth. I didn't have credibility, portfolio, track record, a bunch of results. I wasn't batting 100 or 1,000. And the way that I got courage and confident is I started actually doing shit. I was like what you're doing on this video, watching this video, getting good information from somebody that is real, that you can follow along and get some sort of activity. Every little bit of activity that I started to get, it gave me more courage and conviction. And over time, that built my self-esteem, self-worth, portfolio, credibility, client base, all those things. Somebody says alcohol problem? No, you look, guys, I'm from Hawaii. All right. This is everybody here is retired. They hang out at the beach. They surf all day. They smoke weed all day. They party and nobody wants to work. The culture of my friends that I grew up with, they used to laugh at people that had jobs. That's how stupid we were. We're like, haha, you have to work. We just hang out at the beach all day. I had to really make some massive shifts in my life to get to the point where I was as disciplined as I am. But you got to be beaten down to a point where you want nothing else. Or at least that was my experience. Dorn, sounds like it was Dorn's experience too. He says his wife beats the self-esteem out of him. Somebody says repetition is not bad. I agree. I was just thanking you, but chat is limited with the characters and I couldn't actually say thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, Brenda. How much money you spent developing this business? I don't know. How much money have I mean, I reinvest a lot back into my team and businesses and grow them, but I also make a lot of profit, Like, I'll put it this way, like I net over 7 figures in what I do online. And I do a lot of other things outside of online with like real estate and all that stuff too. But that's netting. I gross multiple 7 figures and reinvest a lot of that in my team. Like, I'm the type of CEO that's like, one of the core values of my company is like, we win together. So when the company wins, the people who helped the company win also win. That's how you grow. Everybody wants to lose weight, go to the gym, get a 6-pack, get ripped, get jacked, learn some new shit, make some money. When you make a promise to yourself, a New Year's resolution, you don't tell anybody about it, it's easy to go back on that promise. And so what I like to do is figure out ways to hold myself accountable to things. I will rat myself out, people that I trust to hold me accountable, and that makes it more difficult to not, if I want to do something, I tell the people that I really truly care about, like, I want to do this, and like not following through is what holds me back from that. And so if you don't have anywhere to be accountable, go to the Facebook group. It's free. Introduce yourself. Go to my Instagram. Send me a DM. Tell me what you're going to do. Hey, Nick, I saw your live stream. I'm going to commit. I'm going to join the Fast Track training. I'm going to reach out to 3 to 5 to 10 businesses this week following that foot in the door method. Go to the Facebook group and do it. There's 25,000 other people in here that are taking action. And let that be your first piece of accountability that you have while you're sitting at home, in your mom's basement or wherever you are, making lofty goals in your own mind without telling anybody about this. Somebody says, how do you get over the fear of effing up and painting yourself in a corner? I a little bit every day. I get a little more strength every day, but I regularly, like, that's another thing that held me back for a long time is like, I'll put it this way, you guys. I was so mad, like I was such a screw up, or at least I felt like I was, that, I thought everybody, I wouldn't talk about it because I thought that people would not want to listen to me once they knew how much of a loser I was at one point. And the way that I got around that again was like, okay, I got undeniable proof that I was no longer a loser. Like, I've grown hundreds of businesses. Like, I've taken on AC companies that were just like a single man operation, and I've run Google ad campaigns for them, and I created the graphics that go on their vans. And like, I've seen them go to getting 1 person to having 3 vans to 5 vans to 10 vans to moving their office to a bigger location to like having 5 locations. And I didn't know how to do any of that shit. You know how I did all that stuff? I just sat at my desk, learned, focused, dedicated the time to figure out how to do that stuff. And when I didn't know how to do something, I learned it, or I found somebody who did. 2 skills that you got to get really good at: learning, finding people who are good at, or learning and hiring. And, I've done that for 10 years to the point where I have undeniable proof to myself of what I can do and what I've done. And that is, that's what gave me confidence to break out. I'm more of, somebody's asking if I'm an introvert or extrovert. I'm an introvert until I know you. When I know you, then I'll talk to you. We'll get talking. What age do you start having success? I made my first million when I was 28, and I made my first 6 figures when I was 26. Somebody says, already have a new website, social media customer, and haven't even signed up for HighLevel yet. Want to get through the VIP training. Look at that. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see my screen, but this guy, Jaded Vapor, good for you for following along and taking action. Shoot me a DM. I want to hear more about your story. Sign up for the fast track, and you don't have to get the VIP if you don't want to, but I look forward to hearing about you and your story, and come to the Facebook group and let us know about it. You know what, Jaded Vapor, go to the Facebook group and post about it, and I'll tag my team in there and we'll give you the VIP complimentary. Action takers are greatly rewarded, and I want people in my community to take action. Jaded Vapor says, I will replace my full-time income in 2026 with your system. Thank you so much, Nick. See, I already got a good feeling about you, Jaded Vapor. Somebody says, can I really start such a business scratch because I'm really penniless? I can't work due to illness, but I have the whole day at my disposal, an old PC and the internet. You have to be able to do things. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right? You have to be able to use your computer. You have to be able to, like, there's a hierarchy of your ability to be successful. Like, fundamentally, what are we going to do? We're going to find somebody that has a problem, a business, and we're going to offer to help them. And we have to make contact with them at some point. And that's going to be either, there's only so many ways you can make contact: in person, on the phone, a Zoom call, email, SMS. And there's a hierarchy of which of those things are more effective. The most effective way to get somebody to pay you money is face to face. I walk into your shop, you tell me what you sell, or I tell you what I sell. We build rapport, we build trust. We're going to do business together. That's the fastest way. All of the ways work. Some take longer and some require you to be more creative with your ability to build that trust, rapport, demonstrate value. The top, in person. Next, on the phone or on a Zoom call with a screen share. Those are kind of like, I don't know, they could be tied depending on your skill set. Some people are fast talkers, they're better on the phone. Some people have the ability to be really bubbly and build rapport on a Zoom call with a screen share. SMS, so in person, phone, Zoom, email, SMS, video, YouTube, like you go down the line. So, you got to be able to do one of those things. So somebody's saying like, I'm ill, I'm in my bed. Can I be successful at this? I'm not going to tell you you can't be successful, but if that is you, you're going to have to be the type of person that is going to really lean into like the foot in the door method that I give you, where you find the person that has that problem and you're only talking to people that have those problems, and you're sending emails giving them so much value up front that they're like, hey, I don't even need to talk to you. Send me the invoice. So you can do this, but you have to take action, And if you can make phone calls, then great. If you can walk into a business, then obviously that's going to be even better. Somebody says, I sold an AI voice agent this month, charging $400 a month, and the client is really happy with it. I love to hear that, Alex. Congratulations. Somebody says, how many hours a day do you work on your business in a day or a week? I work a lot. I'm going to be fully upfront with you guys. Like when I, when I said I was turning my life around and getting started, I made a lot of sacrifice at that time to work a lot. I would spend 10-hour days like learning, because like I said, I was way behind. Maybe some of you won't have to work like that because you've already spent enough time getting a good education. But for me, like I said, I could barely write. Like the way that I write was like, you would have thought I had some problems. Also, the way that I spoke, my dad, he speaks full pidgin. Being from Hawaii, people speak pidgin, right? My dad speaks full pidgin. So the way that I spoke, it was pidgin-ish, it was surfer-ish. And I don't know about you guys, but like, how often are you buying stuff from, but I had to work really hard to fix all that. I went to Toastmasters for like years while my friends were out like surfing, getting barreled and partying and having a good time. And I was like figuring this stuff out. Somebody says, have you ever tried ayahuasca? Why work when you can pay others to do it for you? How can you put those in the same sentence? Have you ever tried ayahuasca? Why work when you can pay others to do it for you? I'm 21. Is it too late for me now, or do I have no, hey, check this out. I have a podcast coming out right now with a guy that's 19. He's like kind of like my intern on his senior project here. We did a podcast the other day. I have it scheduled and I'm going to release it soon. It's like his whole story. We did it here the other day, but he's a young man and he's making it happen. He's already got 2 clients. What do you think of cold calling? I love it. I got somebody right now on my team cold calling people all day. They make at least 50 phone calls per day. They have their KPIs, 50 phone calls per day, 2 to 3 appointments per day, 10 appointments per week, 1 close per week. If they make 50 phone calls per day, they will likely close 1 deal per day, 1 deal per week, 4 clients per month. Cold calling is not dead. No. Wrong, false. Some people are better than others. You have to have a good strategy, right? Like for, what I do for people, I use Smart Directory AI as a good way to call people and not sound like you're selling something. And you can say, hey, I'm Nick. I'm calling from the Hawaii Thrive Initiative. Your business has a free listing on our site. You get lots of exposure and advertising. I want to verify I have the correct information. That doesn't sound like you're selling anything. You're giving something away. And once you give them something away, then you can say, oh, by the way, I noticed your website, you don't have your Facebook attached. You want me to help you with that? Oh, by the way, I noticed you don't have an AI chat widget on your website. Stuff like that. So you got to use tactics to get your foot in the door. Somebody says, why do you not automate those calls with an agent? To be completely upfront with you, I haven't found the outbound AI voice agent to automate into closes like I have with an actual human. So you can see in HighLevel, right? This is my dashboard. New deals closed this month. We got 6 deals. 6 deals by a human. How many people have you closed with your agent? I can see inbound voice AI working to close deals. Somebody says, oh, that has been me. I was in a small dark room turning knobs for the last 30 years. Off the tech, painting myself in a niche. I've been busting my butt to learn and grow. You got this, rabbit holes. All right, you guys. I got to get out of here. I appreciate you all being here. If you got any value out of this, like, subscribe, comment below. Follow me on Instagram, @NickPonte. Send me a DM if you have any questions. Comment below for the fast track training. I just put the link in the chat. You will get this bonus document, the 4-part training, all the prompts that I mentioned in this video. Not sure if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but maybe the next day. If not, you guys, maybe I will. I'll see you soon. If you have questions for me, put them to the side, show up to the live, ask me them here.